Hello, this is Sundry Sports for Monday, June 22nd. And I did not receive Yahoo Sports Read and React today. And the Cowboys Wire is just more stories that just repeats. So for today, we're just going to be doing ESPN. Good morning. You know what I like about Eli Manning? His retirement energy. On Sunday, the one man Tom Brady fears, Manning, took to Twitter to troll his former Super Bowl foe, again, by alluding to the Patriots' 2 Super Bowl losses at his hands. When I retire, if that's still a thing people do, I'm coming for all of you from behind my keyboard. Consider this your notice. Here's your ESPN Daily. The 2020 ESPYs. They came, they saw, they inspired. The 2020 ESPYs brought the heat straight out of the gate when hosts Sue Bird, Megan Rapinoe, and Russell Wilson joined together to open the show with a powerful message of racial equality. "We can't let sports try and take us back to the way things were," Rapinoe said. "Our return is our turn to stand up for what's right." Bird followed. From there, the show proceeded to highlight some of the most memorable humanitarian and heroic achievements from athletes in 2020. Here are some of the most notable moments from the night. Wright Thompson on what we miss in the absence of sports. Snoop Dogg raps tribute to late great Kobe Bryant. Taquarius Ware surprised with Jimmy V Award. Black Lives Matter. The time to act is now. Kevin Love is this year's Arthur Ashe Courage Award recipient. Listen up. What will it take to save the 2020 baseball season? Negotiations between MLB and the players picked up last week, with both sides swapping proposals. The latest plan from the league is in the hands of the players, but we haven't seen a vote yet. On Sunday, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred sent a letter to MLBPA Director Tony Clark, that's the Players Association Director Tony Clark, with additional concessions. Meanwhile, a flurry of positive coronavirus tests at training facilities and in baseball cities further complicated matters. And thus still no vote. Is there time left in the proposed calendar to play 60 or more games? On today's episode of the ESPN Daily Podcast, Jeff Bassan updates us on where talks go from here, how the latest COVID-19 outbreaks have impacted things, and how sustained animosity around labor issues has factored into all of it. Very fractious. Who won the weekend? Snacks Lee from 3. Jackson State senior and team manager Thomas Snacks Lee hit a 3-pointer from Steph Curry range in his first career game. Then he turned around and won an ESPY. Lee, whose enthusiasm remains unmatched, took home the 2020 ESPY Award for Can't Stop Watching Moment of the Year. After learning of his achievement, Snacks took to Twitter to share some fitting Drake lyrics. "Everyone who doubted me is asking for forgiveness. If you ain't been a part of it, at least you got to witness. This is the kind of energy I'm looking to exude today and every day. I see you, Snacks. You go, Snacks." Okay. Things to care about. A broken record and an unbreakable bond. Relationships between parents and their children can be tough. You know, with the whole adults having to enforce rules and teenagers inclining to break them thing. Personally, I was a model citizen, but I have heard stories. Is my sarcasm coming through? It's a dynamic that Lenny and John Silva know oh too well. Despite butting heads over strict curfews and high standards on the academic front, there has always been one place the father-son duo could see eye to eye: the baseball diamond. It's for this reason that the moment John broke his dad's record for career stolen bases at Rhode Island College, where his father also played, the day before his college season and career ended because of the coronavirus was so incredibly special. Because of the coronavirus panic, you mean? Life inside the Premier League's bubble. Question: so how's the new Premier League bubble? Answer: it's a sad ghost town and you have to bring your own sandwiches. While that description admittedly doesn't give you a whole lot to go off of, it is certainly not unfounded. Soccer commentator and writer Ian Darke returned to the Premier League pitch this weekend with England's top league back in action, and what happened felt like being airlifted onto the set of a sci-fi movie. The stadiums are divided into zones, with the players and officials and essential medical staff kept apart from everyone else. No one else is around. Clubs have been encouraged to travel on match day, making team travel trickier, and Arsenal has already struggled with it in the reopening week. Dark has all the details on his surreal experience inside the Premier League's new biosecure world. Remember when? John McEnroe walked so the Real Housewives could run. On this day, 39 years ago, McEnroe displayed the kind of drama that a Bravo show would pay the big bucks for when he screamed, "You cannot be serious," at an umpire while disputing a call at Wimbledon. McEnroe's outburst also included the retort, "You guys are the absolute pits of the world." And I was exactly today years old when I found that's where I got the phrase from. What can I say? I have a flair for the dramatic. Here's looking at you, Johnny Mac. Overheard. Kobe taught me that dedication sees dreams come true. Kobe taught me that the most important thing is to inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do. Sabrina Ionescu sharing what she learned from Kobe Bryant in her University of Oregon commencement speech. Things to watch. I hope that you are so ashamed. Marty Smith addresses person who left noose in Wallace's garage. Here we go. On Sunday, NASCAR issued a statement that a noose was found in the garage stall of Bubba Wallace, NASCAR's only black driver at Talladega Superspeedway in Lincoln, Alabama. This comes less than 2 weeks after Wallace successfully pushed the stock car racing series to ban the Confederate flag at its tracks and facilities. Marty Smith joined Scott Van Pelt to voice his disgust over the heinous act and to reiterate that there is no place for racism in the sport. What are the odds that it's a hoax? Maybe he put it there himself. Until next time, remember, in light of the deplorable incident that happened in NASCAR on Sunday, words from Bubba Wallace. Today's despicable act of racism and hatred leaves me incredibly saddened and serves as a painful reminder of how much further we have to go as a society and how persistent we must be in the fight against racism. This will not break me. I will not give in, nor will I back down. I will continue to proudly stand for what I believe in. The time for change is now. This has been your ESPN Daily for June 22nd, 2020. Sure. I just can't help but think about how NASCAR hasn't been in the news, hasn't been doing anything in the last few days. I haven't read anything about it in this email. They've just been going about their business after that little pop of publicity over the Confederate flag. Now they're back in the news because somehow an alleged noose found its way into the guy's garage. Just saying. A grain of salt. Or a few. And that's it for today. Goodbye.